Question number 6. Account information for users of a library is held in one of two text files, user list A to M and user list N to Z.txt. The format of the data held in the two files is identical. Each line of the file is stored as a string that contains an account number. This is account number, name, and telephone number separated by a asterisk character. An example will be this. Okay. GB1234, Kevin star, Kevin Mapunga, Huawei, and star, and then there is a cell phone telephone number. The account number is string maybe 6 or 9. So account number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 9 characters in length and is unique for each person. It is made up of alphabetic and numeric characters only. An error has occurred and the same account number has been given to different user in the two files. Oh, there is no duplication of account number within each individual file. Okay. So what they are saying that two account numbers due to some error might be allocated, same account number due to some error might be allocated to two different users, but not in the same file. Okay, a program is to be written to search the two files and to identify duplicate entries. The account number of any duplicate found is to be written to an array, duplicates. All right. Account number. A program is to be written to search the two files and to identify duplicate entries. The account number of any duplicate found is to be written to an array duplicates, which is 1D array of 100 elements of data string. Okay, ji. All right. So the program is to be implemented, linear search. But it is not arrays linear search, this is files linear search. The program is to be implemented as several modules. The outline description of three of these modules is as follows. Clear array initializes the global array duplicates set all elements to the empty string. Okay. Read each line from the user file. This is find duplicates. User files a2m.txt, check whether the account number appears in file user list N to Z using search file N to Z. If the account number does not appear, then add the account number to the array. Does appear. Sorry, output an error message and exit the module if there are any more duplicates. If there are more duplicates, then can be written to the array. Okay, so arrays of 100 elements. Search for a given account number in file user list N to Z. This is search file N to Z, found, return true, otherwise found, otherwise return false. State one reason for storing data in a file rather than an array. File is on online or offline storage, non-volatile storage. So system retains the file over the storage when the light is gone, whereas array is in volatile RAM. Array data structure is in volatile RAM that wipes out when computer is switched off. Okay. Write pseudocode for search file N to Z. Okay, what search file N2Z does, search for a given account number, search for a given account number in user list N2Z.txt found return true. Okay, so it means that it is going to receive a parameter. So we are going to write it in pseudocode. This is pseudocode. This is pseudocode. All right. So the name of function is function search file. Here we go. Search file N2Z. It receives the account number. So let's call it AC. And account number is basically a string. And it returns Boolean, true and false. Sir, can you slide up to last question? This one. All right. Okay. Now, we have to have a flag. And we assign false to it. We can assign, if there is just one variable that you are declaring, you can assign a value to it right away after it. If you like, you can write it in next line, found is equal to FOUND. Found is equal to false, or you can do that. Now let's open the file. I'm going to leave few lines so that we declare variables later. So open file. What was the name of file? User list N2Z. User list N2Z dot txt. Remember to put double quotation because it is a string. For read. Okay. While not end of file, user list N2Z dot txt. Okay. Let's read file. Read file. So we have to declare this record as a string. Okay. And this record is equal to null. So read file user list N2Z dot txt in this record. The line of record from one line from the file as line of record will be read in this record variable. Now we have to first look for you remember that they said if there either it is 6 or 9 characters, 6 or 9 characters. So we have this what do we call it, account number AC. Now we check if length of AC is equal to 6, then if left of this rack, comma 6 is equal to AC, then found is equal to true. Else and if left of account, sorry, left of this rack comma 9 is equal to account, then found is equal to true. And if this whole code can be written easily, like if left of this rack comma 6 equal to account, or left of this rack comma 9 is equal to account, then found is equal to true. We can write it that way as well. So it's up to you. How do you conceive it? I have written it simple way. I have written it complex. Sir, can we assign the file name to the variable for ease? Yes. Not variable, constant. Then you will have to use constant. Okay. Now, and while close file user list n to z dot txt return found and function. Okay, you can make this code a little one or a lengthy one, it's up to you. All right, now write pseudocode for module find duplicates. Now what was find duplicates? Find duplicates, read each line from the user list A to M, check whether the account number appears in this. If the account number does not appear, then add the account number to the array. Then add the account number to the array. Output an error message and exit the module. If there are more duplicates, then can be written to the array. Okay. Find duplicate, pseudocode to find duplicate. So this is procedure because it is not returning anything. So procedure find duplicates. Now we are going to make use of this function search file n to z. Okay, find duplicates. All right, so we have this array. We have this file. Declare this record to read from the file as a string. We have to have index as integer. We have to separate the account number as well. Declare account number, as a string as well, and then we have to have found, because we are finding, so we have to have a flag. Okay, so let us start. I is equal to 1. So we are going to, sir, can we exit loop right after found is set to true, or is it not necessary? It depends that what sort of question you are doing. If it is just depending on one find, then yes. If it is for multiple finds, then no. Okay. So I is equal to 1. So in this particular case, for C, these are multiple finds. So we are picking up one account number and checking the account number in the whole other file. If it is found, then found becomes true, and then we add it to array, and then we go on with it. All right. So it is multiple finds. So index is equal to 1. Let's open the file. Open file, user list A to M. This is the first file, .txt for read. We are reading from this, okay? For read. Now, while not end of file, user list A to M .txt and I and found is equal to false. Found is equal to, or I is less than or equal to 100. Let's make it this way. Okay, so if it goes beyond, okay. Now, first we have to extract account number. Account number might be of 6 characters, account number might be of 9 characters. So if it is 6 characters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th one will be asterisk. If it is 9 characters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then this will be 10th character. So we have to check. Sir, can't we write for search? No, we are not going to write for search. So now we have to read one record first. Read file. User list a2m.txt in this record. If mid of this record 7, 1 is equal to asterisk, then account number is equal to left of this record, 6, else account number is left of this record, 9. Get the idea? If we have got account number of 6 characters, then asterisk will be at 7th location. So we have checked it. If asterisk is at 7, it means that we account number is from the left of this record, but 6 character, otherwise 9 characters. Then we have to call that function that we wrote, search file and to Z. with this account number. So we be like, if search file N to Z with this account number ACN is equal to true. Now we have found it. Then we add it to array location. We add it to array location. Duplicates. What was array? Duplicates. Duplicates I is equal to account number. If it is found, if it is true, all right. And then we have to increase I. I is I plus 1. Okay. I is 1. When I will be 100, it will become 101 and then it will break out. All right. This is correct. Duplicates ACN and if and while. Okay, and while. And while. Close file. And while if over here we have to make one. If I is greater than 100, then found is equal to true. If found is equal to true, then output array is full. Then output array is full. And if close file, user list A to M dot txt and end procedure. All right. So what's basically happening? You're opening a file, picking up one account number, calling this function to check if that account number is found in another file. If it is found, then add that account number to duplicates, increase the I. If I goes beyond 100, it means found is equal to true. It means that array is now full, otherwise it goes on. That's it. This is the algorithm that they want you to write. This is 8 marks algorithm. Now part D. Clear arrays to be modified to make it general purpose. It will be used to initialize any 1D array of type integer. So this means that now array will be the parameter. So you call this particular pseudocode procedure and pass on the array and its index. So the system will initialize it. This is it. Basically, they are here to check if you can pass the array as a parameter or not. So you can pass arrays as parameter as well. So a clear array is to be modified to make it general purpose. It will be used to initialize any 1D array of type of data type string to any value. It will now be called with three parameters: the array, the number of element, the initializing string. You should assume that lower bound is 1. Okay, so procedure clear array. First element is array, but let's say we call it this array. Whatever the array that is sent is this array. Now, if you receive this array as a parameter by val, in that case, you have made a copy, and whatever that you do to the array will not affect the array from the caller. So you have to make it by ref array. So whatever the changes that you make to this array will become apparent in the array that was actually sent. So by ref, this array by ref. So you receive it as array. Then basically you don't have to write array or anything. When we receive array, we don't mention that what is the type or whatever. At most you can write this way. Okay, so this is array. Then number of elements, it means that upper bound as integer, and then initializing string. Initialize string as string. So we received 3. Now what we have to do, we have to declare our local variable I for the loop. So for I is equal to, as they said that lower bound is 1, 1 to upper bound, this array I is equal to initialize string. Next. And then end procedure. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. So get the idea. They are telling that how many elements are there. They are telling what is the array. They are telling that what is the initialized string. All you have to do is to run the loop from 1 to the upper bound, and every element will be initialized to this initialized string. That's it. This is now general purpose array. The write program code for a statement that calls the modified clear array procedure. Call clear array procedure to clear the array duplicates to empty. All right, duplicates. When we send the array as an argument, we don't actually put brackets or anything, just the name of the array. That's it. Like an ordinary variable. So this array had 100 elements in it, and the value that we like to put in every element as the initialized value is empty. So that's it. Call clear array. This call is optional, by the way. You can, if you like, you can skip on it, but it's a good idea that you write it. Okay. All right, so that's it. This is it. Now, this is the paper. This was supposed to be a tough one, but P2 is always a tough one. Okay, so you have to practice better. Sir, 2D array. All right then.